Hello, YouTube. If you can't tell already by the hat that I'm wearing, then maybe you'll be able to tell by the shirt. Yup, I am a Rams fan, as you could probably guess because I live in Southern California. But the Rams have officially won the Super Bowl. That was a roller coaster game. There was a lot of emotions going through my body watching that game. This is just a little bit of a reaction video. I know I haven't posted since the Spartan race, which I'm wearing the USC hat once again. That was a little inside joke at the Spartan race that I was wearing stuff for Trojans, not Spartans. Yeah. But the Rams have won the Super Bowl. I'm coming down off of like an adrenaline high. I was jumping up and down, screaming, pretty much the entire game. Hats off to the Bengals. They played really well. If I'm being honest, every time Joe Burrow had the ball, I got a little scared because I was seeing what Joe Burrow was able to do, but the Rams persevered even after falling. Um, what was it, 2013, coming out of the half? Um, and I know they had the lead heading into halftime, but the Rams won. They ended up getting it. This one's for Los Angeles. Um, the halftime show. The halftime show is pretty good overall. Um, it started out really strong with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, but once 50 Cent started his his bit, the energy was kind of lost. It seemed like the crowd was confused of what was going on. They didn't really respond too well. And then Mary J. Blige and Kendrick Lamar, the energy and the from the broadcast, it didn't seem like it was there. It was cool to see Anderson .Paak though. Um, but yeah, Eminem came out, and then that's when the energy picked up again. So I will say this: it's probably in the top three of Super Bowl halftime shows all time. Number one, obviously Prince. I don't think anything will ever top Prince's halftime show. Number two, I'm probably gonna go The Weekend. Last year, that was a really good show. And then Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, that one's number three. Um, but history has been made in the NFL. For the second year in a row, the city that hosted the Super Bowl, their team has gone to the Super Bowl and has won. Last year, of course, being the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and now this year, Los Angeles Rams. Um, so I will be posting. I will be posting this tonight, as you could probably guess. But I will also be posting my reaction to the Daytona 500 next week. Surprise, surprise! I'm a NASCAR fan. Which I will talk about the Clash in a little bit. I just wanted to say my piece on the Super Bowl and tell you the schedule, but I will be posting my reaction to the Daytona 500, and then I will be going to I know it as the Auto Club 400 at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Um, that will be the following week after the Daytona 500. So 2 weeks from today, I will be at the race, and I guess I'll just be exploring the garage. I'll be showing the cars. And maybe we may meet some drivers or maybe some celebrities. I've met a lot of the drivers there, and I've met a lot of celebrities as well. Um, Most recently, this was going back to 2020. because there wasn't a race at Auto Club in 2021. But in 2020, I got to meet Robert Patrick. Sorry, I'm about to burp. In 2020, I met Robert Patrick. He was in Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Really nice guy to meet. Um, but yeah, I've met a whole bunch of people there at the Auto Club races. Like I've met Motley Crue, I've met Ice Cube, Gabriel Iglesias. Those were all really, really awesome meetings. Um, yeah, so I will be at Auto Club Speedway. I don't remember the name of the race because there's a new sponsor for this race, but I know it as the Auto Club 400 because my entire time I've been a NASCAR fan, it's been the Auto Club 400. And this dates back to 2013, the very first time I ever went to a NASCAR race. So that's just a little bit coming up on the schedule. Now for my reaction of the NASCAR Clash at the Colesium, which is right there in Los Angeles. It was enjoyable to watch, but it was a quarter-mile track and the cars were going so slow. I wasn't there at the race. I saw the broadcast of it on TV. Um, but I was going through Twitter and I found some footage of a person watching the race at the track, and the cars were moving so slow. And that's not the kind of racing that you get at Auto Club. Now they're going to refigure the track. They're gonna Right now the track is 2 miles long, and they are gonna shorten it to about a half a mile. Um, which I'm a little sad. The track was originally built to be an IndyCar track, um, and the sister track is uh, Michigan International Speedway or Raceway. I don't remember, but the track in Michigan was built to be the sister track to Auto Club. Both were built by Roger Penske for IndyCar. Roger Penske, met him multiple times, really nice guy. Um, but since IndyCar no longer comes to Auto Club, then NASCAR has decided to shorten the track, and we will be losing the high speed racing that we used to get at Auto Club. This will be the final year that we see that. Um, Sorry, my neighbor next door. But what was I saying? But yeah, so the Clash at the Coliseum, for the track being a quarter of a mile, this is a new generation of car, and it was a little concerning to see the cars running single file on a quarter-mile track. Like, you watch racing, you kind of want to see the beating and banging, you kind of want to see the drivers pushing to the front, getting up to the front as quickly as possible. And there wasn't a whole lot of passing going on. Throughout the course of the race, I think there were only, excuse me, sorry for the burp, I think there were only like 2 or 3 leaders, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano. That was it. And Logano ended up winning. Kyle Busch was on the pole. I mean, it was a little disappointing. I think they made it out to be um, better than what it ended up being, and I'm not saying that it wasn't enjoyable to watch. I'm just saying it could have been better. So I don't know if NASCAR is going to end up returning to the Coliseum next year. Again, it will be a slow race because those cars can get up to 200 miles per hour, and I'm not even sure they broke 100 miles per hour at the Coliseum. So I know they're trying, I know NASCAR is trying to reach out to people in California. There are a lot of NASCAR drivers from California, but they're trying to pull the California audience, and a lot of Californians don't have any exposure to NASCAR, and this was like way to expose people to NASCAR, but the people that saw this race probably won't have any interest in NASCAR, or maybe there's some interest, but they weren't seeing NASCAR for what it has been and what it could be. Um, I hate to sound like one of those old timers, but I miss the days of Jimmy Johnson, Tony Stewart, uh, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, Dale Jr., where everybody was fighting to get to the front from the beginning of the race. And if you wreck, you wreck. Right now, it seems like drivers are very, very timid. They're hanging back. They're waiting around, waiting to make waiting to make a move with 40 laps to go in the race. Excuse me, sorry for the voice crack, but that's why it seems like the race is just droning along. And then, hey, voice crack, sorry, I was yelling, but hey, we're finally getting action now towards the end of the race. And then the same two guys that were at the front end up finishing 1-2 because those guys were actually fighting to stay at the front the entire race. And so we're seeing guys like Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, guys that qualify really well are normally finishing 1-2. I mean, so yeah, I miss the days where you had, especially Tony Stewart. I loved watching Tony Stewart race. He he could start at the tail end of the field and he'd be pushing his way to the front from the very start of the race. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Um, but yeah, Rams won the Super Bowl. They beat the Bengals 23-20. Um, I will be posting my reaction to the Daytona 500 next week, and then 2 weeks from today, I will be at the Auto Club 400, or whatever it's called. So I will be attaching the videos I took for Snapchat at the end of this video, but just checking in right now, and I will see you next week.
Sean McVay gets the Gatorade back after
Hey,
Cooper Cup, phenomenal. Stafford gets the job done. Whitworth at age 40. Aaron Donald, we go back to the fact that Michelle was saying before the game, he's thinking about retiring. This could be the end. We don't know.
I think it's the end.
But the Rams were built to win the Super Bowl, and they have sealed the deal.
stop it.
Nothing comes easy. This is a team 7-1 at 1 point, rolling.
Stan Kroenke, the owner, congratulations. I know so much of the stadium, all that you invested in this team, the talent around us. How's it feel to get your hands on that trophy?
Well, it's amazing, and just really proud of this group. And I've been Sean and Les and Kevin and Tony and all the guys, so happy for them. And then you talk about these players, Matthew, Andrew, Vaughn. I mean, they're unbelievable, and they just hung in there. It was a tough game, and just so proud of them executing at the end like they did.
Get on in here, Sean. We're going to hand it off in a second. Eight catches, 2 touchdowns. Tell me about the last drive, how you and Matthew connected so well when it mattered the most.
It just comes down to this team, the way we prepared, the way we loved on each other, trusted each other. I don't know. I don't feel deserving of this. God is just so good. I'm just so thankful for the guys I get to be around, for the coaches, for my family. Just I don't know what to say.
Here's ready.